Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, comment. All right, it's your girl, Sierra Diva Dion. I'm in my favorite spot, in my favorite chair. This video should have been done a long time ago. But of course, you get distracted, you do other things. But let's just do a little flashback to prior to the US elections that was just held on November 5th. Just some moments with the Republicans and the Democrats. All right, so get your drink, maybe get a snack, and let's take a listen.
Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
Well, we welcome the immigrants with open arms by telling them not to come. Yeah,
And these Latinos, they love making babies, too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our cousin. She's eating the cats. She's eating the dogs. They're eating the pets up there. There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party. It's a cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that, a lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. I'm just kidding, that's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun, we carved watermelons.
yes, so there we go. Always associating blacks with watermelon. You guessed it.
Together, it was awesome. When it comes to Israel and Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time. But you also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton said that this is a Nazi rally here today. For the most anti-war president of my entire lifetime. And she calls him Hitler. Another great Austin, Texas resident, Elon Musk, will be speaking here later today. Sorry, I listen to Elon Musk. I follow his lead. The world's smartest, richest man has my attention. I love you, New York. God bless New York. God bless America. Let's make it great again.
Just another day following Bobby Kennedy Jr. at a Donald Trump rally in Madison Square Garden.
Dr. Phil wants you to know that you shouldn't listen to celebrities when it comes to politics because celebrities don't know about that stuff, but do listen to him, a celebrity, because he is not a celebrity.
The last thing he needs is some celebrity endorsement. What the hell do I know? I know I'm no celebrity to begin with. And celebrities don't know anything about policies or politics.
Agreed. So then let's not elect one for president, okay? I'm disappointed because I remember a time when Dr. Phil thought Donald Trump was a dangerous narcissist. And the reason I remember it is because he said it to me.
I guess the same mouth that says no says yes.
I wonder sometimes just exactly how diplomacy would play out with him. If, let's say, we were in a real tight, tense situation with another world power, and he decided to make up, I just wonder if he might lack in diplomacy.
I see. And do you think that he is a narcissist? Do you think would you say that he is a narcissist? Rudy Giuliani.
I'm not going to do conspiracy, and I'm not going to do conspiracy. But it's kind of funny that they tried everything else, and now they're trying to kill him. They better not. Try again. What's happened to God? We don't pray to him anymore? We're not allowed to? We don't bring God back. We don't come back.
Bringing God back is the best point in Rudy Giuliani's speech, don't you think?
Good evening, New York City. Our hometown. Let's seize this moment. Welcome our next Commander-in-Chief, my husband, President Donald J. Trump.
Defend herself today, 'cause there ain't no doubt how to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend herself today. She would get us into World War III because she's incompetent, can't do the job, unfit for it, and then all of your sons and daughters will end up getting a little notice. They'll say, Mom, Dad, what is this little green piece of paper? Ay, 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 darling, that's a draft notice. They're drafting you to go and fight in some country that I've never heard this country. I've never heard of this country before. Oh, no.
This is what happens when Mr. Long Island meets Mr. Long Tie.
Please welcome our next Commander-in-Chief, my husband, President Donald J. Trump.
Congo prison, Middle East, dark MAGA, killing spree, Gavin Newsom, World War III, enemy from within, Venezuela, foreign nation, free sex change, Operation Insane Asylum, dictator. I gotta call Elon.
Well, you know,
It's gonna be amazing! You guys are awesome. Honestly, this is like... USA! 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 Yes!
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
the Big Orange Circus came to Madison Square Garden last night. The clueless Klux Klan showed up in force for Trump's attorney, Alina Habba.
Win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win.
Melania, this is my lawyer. I mean, and that's the choice of song. All I do is win, win, win. She represented him in court. He lost. He had to pay $83 million.
Okay, it's time to move on over to the Democrats, a different set of comedians.
afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran, and the way we ran it, Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future. And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny, and anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States. And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation. the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is... I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up.
Never give up. Never give up.
Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. HU. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
Well, by now, we know the Democrats had a lot of light moments, but they suffered a heavy loss.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?